So he played it clean. 1, he got brush priority. 2, he played around the brush with the aggro. He didn't auto attack from the brush because this is actually going to give enemies the vision. And he played really well for his aggro. And now he's going to slow push. He tries to Q the minions, which usually I don't recommend it because you can use Q to pressure. But in that specific case, the minions were really low. He's pressuring at every single minion. This Tristana can't play the game. I don't think if she has E or if she has Q, it matters. Like, it doesn't. It just doesn't. What's going on, guys? Besides here in today's video, we're going to learn how to play laney phase, recall timings, wave management, aggression. This is going to be an amazing video because we will analyze 3 laney phase from pro players or challenger players, and I'm going to show you their thought process, their game plan, and how to play the laney phase properly. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you didn't do it already. Make sure you do that, and make sure you enjoy this. This is going to be an amazing video. The first laney phase is this Upset video. This guy is Upset. You guys might actually know him. He is a pro player. At the moment, he is at KC with Kaliste, I think. So he is the main AD carry as far as I'm concerned, and I think Kaliste is a sub. I'm not currently sure, but obviously this is a challenger player, really known AD carry in Europe. Some people think that he's top 3, some people think he's top 5, definitely one of the best. Okay, let's see the plan of the laney phase. So now we can identify this laney phase that we can see on the screen right now. Caitlyn Braum against Tristana Renata. Tristana Renata is a really good lane, but Caitlyn is super strong in the early game. She has like a 9 and Tristana has like a 7. She needs to get an all-in with the Renata Q, but if the Caitlyn plays it good and pokes, Braum is pretty good because the way it works, it's Caitlyn pokes Tristana until death, and if Tristana jumps in, which is the only way they can win the lane, is Braum is there, right? So it's kind of impossible for them to win the lane if they play it well. First thing that Upset does here, goes into the brush. Super important to get prio in this brush. He got prio in this brush. He pings assistance here. He pings a lot, like he pings like 5 times when he goes on one place. I don't recommend it to this in SoloQ. I think in Challenger, since he's a pro player, people respect him, but okay, so this is huge already. Tristana was really smart. So he goes in. He leaves the Braum to go first. He places the ward for Braum. Then Braum is actually committing for the Q, and then he just goes for the auto attacks right there. And then now he's gonna push the guy away. Really huge. This is really huge. Like double Tristana. I mean, it's not like if he's gonna get E, it's better. He goes into the brush. He's probably gonna Q from the brush right here. Very good Q. Go out of the brush. Hit him. Go into the brush. Out of the brush. Hit him. Go into the brush. This is really clean. They can't really do much right here. So this, from their perspective, is gonna look very interesting. Look, Q from the brush. Get out of the brush. Go into the brush again. Get out of the brush. Hit him. Go into the brush again. The juggle. And then now since she has crit, she's gonna crit from the brush. But if you hit someone from the brush, obviously give vision to enemy. So he played it clean. 1, he got brush priority. 2, he played around the brush with the aggro. He didn't auto attack from the brush because this is actually gonna give enemies the vision. And he played really well for his aggro. And now he's gonna slow push. He tries to Q the minions, which usually I don't recommend it because you can use Q to pressure. But in that specific case, the minions were really low. He's pressuring at every single minion. This Tristana can't play the game. I don't think if she has E or if she has Q, it matters. Like, it doesn't. It just doesn't. Okay, look at this. Go into the brush, poke again, and this is a just basic plan. 3 waves, slow push, get brush priority. This is like if you ask him on the street what was his plan before the game, he's gonna say that. He's gonna say 3 waves, slow push, stay in the brush, get brush priority, poke them at every single minion, and slow push forever. Every time when Tristana is gonna go for a minion, just poke, and this is what he does. Okay, it's very simple. Well, it's very simple for him, and now he can go cheat the recall because he has a huge wave in the tower. Next wave is also really far, so he has lots of time to come back to the lane. But this decision would be bronze because 1, you have a big wave right here. 2, they are actually relatively chunked, and you have Braum, Kate. You can easily pressure them in the tower. 3, jungle is patting towards bot lane, which means even if Kindred comes here with Braum against Renata Tristana, it's easily 3v3 is very easy. If the vehicle is human, which this is challenger, well, this is actually master, grandmaster, I think. So yeah, he should take the decision. If Tristana was full HP and you say you play Twitch and you know you can't pressure them in the tower or take plates, okay, maybe in that case you should cheat the recall. But if you can pressure, it would be pretty bad to, you know, go for the recall here. Let's see the traps. He doesn't put the traps. He actually gets the E because he thinks that Tristana is going to jump in very, very soon. So he plays it like pretty safe. Really good push. So now Tristana can't really do anything, right? Ooh, this is the first mistake from Upset. I want to see that. So like now it's just over. 7 farm for 19 farm. I mean, and there is nothing that Tristana can do. That's the thing. There is not much that Tristana can do here. And this one right here, he actually gridded. He gridded really hard. Then ignite. He's gonna wait for the barrier. He doesn't barrier. He doesn't barrier. He barriers only. Okay, he actually missed the timing on the barrier. He should have done it on the explosion, but he missed it. And now he's gonna be fine. Gonna watch the fight. Okay. Q. Ooh, that's so close. That is pretty close. That is really close. What is Upset gonna do right here? He's gonna follow. Okay. He wave is really good. He should not touch it. So now he has two options. He's either pushing this wave and recalling, but then he needs the help for Viego. Victor can't stay because he just needs to go back to mid, up. And in this case, I mean, this is a pretty big wave. He is level 2. He's gonna recall instantly. He's gonna trim the wave probably with 1-2 minions, then just recall instantly. Yeah, this is the correct play. If he was like, if he had more items and let's say he knows that by pushing this wave he gets like a BF sword or something like extra, like a significant item, maybe he would stay. But now I'm supposing he just goes for pickaxe. I don't know if he has it. Okay, he doesn't have pickaxe, double longsword, potion, pink, something. Okay. Is he gonna go potion? Okay, refill. I like refill a lot. He uses E in the base here. Wave is really good. We speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up. And now he's gonna have to freeze. So we press tab. What can Tristana do? Well, not much. We see she has 14 farm. And this is a freeze for Caitlyn. She played it by the book. Okay? She played it really by the book. Upset played it super, super, super well. Now he's gonna freeze. And it's pretty much over. Like, if he doesn't get a gank, that's fine. But now he's also getting a gank. I mean, he has the wave in a very good position. He literally has 37 farm against 15. So right now, what is he gonna do? So they're fighting in the jungle. Okay, this is a mistake. I think Upset is autopilot here. This is a mistake in my opinion. Like the moment you see this, I like that he stays right. Usually you should stay left, but you will make the game too obvious. So this is actually probably thought process, like mind game by him. He Qs, fight breaking out here. Upset should move camera instantly. Right now there is no reason to push this wave because there is no reliable fight here. But the moment he committed his W, like if Upset is like F keying, you know, he should push it. He should cue the wave, move here, just hit the wave, move like this, you know. So yeah, I mean, he's autopilot. Of course, he's probably like tired after screams or whatever, you know. Like this is like definitely a bad decision. He's not pushing and he's not moving. Obviously moving is really bad because he's a bit far. So he should just push. Yeah, okay, he's just moving there. Yeah, okay, I see. And now he's trying to move. It was a bit autopilot. It was a bit autopilot. But again, people, they are humans, okay? They make mistakes. He probably didn't expect the people to fight there randomly, but it's not randomly. With Viego, bro, you can fight really easy in these fights. But now, even if like this is the absolute worst case scenario, you know, Tristana gets 2 kills, she has 16 farm, we have 51 farm. So because he was so good, he's still like 100 gold up. Because he was so good in terms of how he plays laney phase, it didn't matter that his teammates did some ooga booga. This is partially his mistake as well. But yeah, he is really ahead, okay? He's really ahead, and this is basically how he done it. Perfect wave management, then brush priority. He understood his matchup, he understood how to punish, he didn't die randomly. He also respected the ganks, but he really knew wave management and how to play the matchup very, very well. So let's go to the next video. This is basically was how to play aggressive. Are you having trouble converting your early game advantages into wins? Feel like your damage output is lower than it should be and you feel like you're putting in the work but you're not seeing really the results? My name is Bizyze, with a track record of coaching over 3,659 players with ranks between Iron and Challenger. Here is what I've accomplished with my clients. Right here you can see Silver 1 to Emerald 4 in 1 month time with 1 coaching session. This guy right here got to Grandmaster in NA after when the first coaching session we've done, he was hard stuck in Diamond 2. Alex right here, he was Gold 4 1 year and a half ago and he got to Grandmaster 800 LP peak after the coaching session. Here is his master account after just being a gold player a year and a half ago. This is what the coaching session can do to your gameplay. And here is something that you might find inspiring. I've personally climbed from iron to diamond with dealing with 200 ping. Now I'll actually get master tier with 200 ping on this account that you're gonna see right now. As you can see right here, this is Emerald 1 with very decent win rate on some of the champions, and I'm playing pretty well in high Emerald to low Diamond. And I actually play Ezreal as well, as you guys can see right here, and I'm not really scared. If I can achieve this against high Emerald players and low Diamonds playing with such a huge handicap, 200 ping Ezreal, imagine what we can accomplish together with you playing under optimal conditions. Are you ready to see the real progress that you can do? Go to Bizyze.com and book your coaching session now. Let's improve and get better together. We're gonna go next one on how to play defensive and how to play to not lose and when to play to not lose. So let's take a look at this. In the next situation, we're gonna analyze again another challenger player. He's challenger for a while, as you guys can see. This is his match history. He's really good. He's rank 6 on LOS. He's probably a pro player. I'm not sure, unknown LOS. I'm not sure who he is, but obviously he has the name unknown, so maybe he wants to be unknown. So let's take a look at this. So he plays as with Pyke against Caitlyn, Poppy. This is all like it's a melee versus melee. You need to get a push because you want to get level 2 advantage. That's what you do with the melees. With range, it's a bit different. You can poke at level 1, but since it's melee versus melee, it's all about the push. Ezreal should Q the wave continuously, and the Caitlyn, if she's human, which we're talking about Grandmaster Challenger players, she's gonna Q the wave immediately when she comes, and Ezreal will try to contest the push. If they get the push, they win. If they lose the push, they lose. So yeah, pretty straightforward. In terms of the runes, we see here like just the standard runes for the Ezreal. They're gonna try to go for a bit of invade. Obviously, level 1 Ezreal is really OP. One of the best, probably after Kai'Sa and Kalista. I think he's the best. I mean, I hope I'm not like forgetting someone. Yeah, Tristana is not so good. Vayne is not so good. Yeah, probably like that. Okay, so look at this. Pyke, this is so good. Pyke is going like this. This is probably one trick Pyke. I mean, he's challenger. And he's going like this, and then he's going like this, so they can actually... Yeah, there is nothing Caitlyn could have done if she was there, right? There is nothing, because you're just getting... Like, you're just getting screwed from like every single angle. And I love what they do right here. So they go in the brush, so they have brush priority, same thing like in first game. And then Ezreal stays here and the Pyke stays here. This is fucking good. I'm sorry. This is fucking good, okay? Because the thing is, if Ezreal stays here and Poppy stays and Pyke stays here, this is gonna be the wave, and Caitlyn can hide on the left on the wave, right? And Poppy, this is Poppy, let's say, Poppy can actually push them into the wall, whether Ezreal or Pyke, right? So one, it's gonna be the wave. Caitlyn can hide it if you stay together in the brush, and two, you're actually not winning this because there is Poppy and you stay close to the wall, it's over. But pay attention to this, because Pyke is staying on the left and Ezreal is on the right. They stayed kind of behind the minions, but it's like if they stay here, they get Ezreal Q. If they stay here, they get Pyke Q. So like Caitlyn didn't even know. As you guys can see, this is look at this. Do you guys see that? They didn't know because these guys play like crazy good. Honestly, what is this? Look. And boom. This is so free. And Caitlyn, okay, Q from the Ezreal. Caitlyn, please Q all of the minions. Thank you. Like, this is already good. Like, the first 5 seconds, tell me the rank of these people. This is Grandmaster Challenger, LOS, 100%. We see it, okay? Just, they play optimal. They're humans, you know? Okay, and now, they hit. He goes into the brush with Ezreal. Hits, goes in the brush, Qs, 10% attack speed. Caitlyn constantly push. Tries to not use auto attacks on them because he knows that melee versus melee push is super important. In a case like where Ezreal is like he's committed on the push. Ezreal is super committed on the push, and now Caitlyn another Q and they actually lose the push here. And I think he's just dead. I think he's just dead. Okay, he tried to get the flash, but he couldn't do it. So what is he gonna do right now? He's just gonna try to play safe right now. So yeah, that's how the push can actually win you or lose you the lane. And now he wants to push this and recall. He could have also recalled immediately because it was a cannon, but he has only 200 gold, so he needs to push this. Caitlyn actually end up staying, okay. So he can just recall after this wave. He needs to crush. He doesn't crush. He pings his support to push. And then right now, what is he gonna do? I think he's just gonna stay. I mean, it's not that bad to stay here. He does have the item in base. Especially because the Caitlyn also stayed. And if he recalls right now, the next wave is super close. This wave is really close. If this wave was like there, he has plenty of time to recall. Because that means that would be the wave that Caitlyn needs to push. But in this specific case, they can't do shit. They have to stay. And Caitlyn is gonna pressure, but there is not really much you can do. You just have to play this lane to not lose. And you have to just get a good base. You can't base now. You really can't base now. You have to stay. You really have to stay. If Caitlyn is gonna keep the wave here... Okay, yeah, this is a really good recall. So, this recall, he's thinking about multiple things. One, he's thinking that she's slow pushing. And she's not pushing, and he thinks he can make it in time. Two, he knows that Caitlyn didn't reset, and he has a reasonable, like 822 is not that bad. You have like tier, longsword, potion, something on Ez. And he knows that if he tries to push, it's a cannon. And not only that it's a cannon, that he knows that he won't be able to crush this in time. So the next wave, the position of the next wave is actually telling him that if Caitlyn pushes right now, it's gonna meet here and it's gonna freeze here, and they need to push an extra wave. Just because of that information, he knows he has extra time to recall now. So one, he's thinking about the speed of the Caitlyn push and whether she's able to crush this wave in time before the next wave can come here. Obviously, the position of the next wave is very, very important as well. In this case, if that wave was, for example, here, he wouldn't do it because he knows that Caitlyn can push fast enough. But since he's actually like here, the wave is relatively close to the tower. So this is why the recall on a cannon is not really, like, have to take into consideration more things like the position of the next wave, the speed of the enemy, the speed of the push of the enemy laner. So it's a bit more complicated than just recall on a cannon wave, recall on a cannon wave. If this is not cannon wave, but Caitlyn can't really push the wave, and let's say the next wave is like right there, like all of these variables that we talked about are checked, then you can recall. It doesn't have to be a cannon wave. When he's gonna get a recall, then Caitlyn right now, she can't like push because she knows she won't crush. And then now, she needs to push this. Okay, so Poppy just gets some vision. Push this, and then he's gonna actually get the whole wave. So what did we learn in this one? He just played to not lose. He tried to play for the push a lot. He tried to adapt. His spike died. And then after that, he just tried to get good recalls and good wave management. He is actually a bit ahead in CS. In reality, he's a little bit like 2-3 minions behind. Because obviously the wave is slow pushing into them. But that's how you do it. There are some lanes where you need to play for the push. Especially in the melees versus melees. And recall timing is key. This is how you can win the laning phase even after you died. Recall timings and wave management. And this is why I recommend you, if you haven't tried coaching before, definitely try coaching before. I've done more than 3,000 coaching on AD carry mains, and so many of them improved so much. There are people, this guy for example, 2 years ago, he used to be gold player. He got to Grandmaster. This guy, he was platinum, diamond after the coaching session. This guy, same thing. Emerald right now, silver 1 to emerald 4 in 1 month time. So if you want to get better, if you really want to improve, if you haven't tried coaching session, I recommend you to go check out the coaching session in the description. Go ahead and book Bizyze.com, book your coaching session. If you really want to get better, you want to improve your laning phase, you want to play better, you want to find out your real mistakes, because I'm showing you that this worked for them, so it will work for you as well. So if you want to get better, if you're serious about winning, go to Bizyze.com guys and book your coaching session. Let's go for the next example right now. Here we are with the last game. This is gonna be a play, how to play to not lose. This is again the same player, challenger player. He plays against the challenger player, Wilded Georgie. He's absolutely amazing as a player, this guy. And he's probably one of the best supports at the moment. As you guys can see, he's really good, okay? He's just good. So I'm very excited to see what he's gonna do. It is Kai'Sa Nautilus, so they can win, but SL Karma is very, very difficult because they outrange them very hard, and if they play it good, it's gonna be super tricky to play this. So let's see. First, going normal, just cover. Of course, he goes for the ward. This guy comes really close. They can actually win level 1, but we can see it's actually a lot of people here, so he would have to just back off. Obviously, Ezel is really good. He tries to get an angle to get that angle from here to there, like this, so he can potentially stop the Kai'Sa. Nautilus is really good, and he just tanks that. Okay, so the problem here is that they didn't start W on Nautilus. Usually, you start W on Nautilus in this lane because you just like get poked, and I don't think you can push. I don't think you can get prio. Actually, you can probably get prio if Karma is gonna walk up when you can just hook. Let's see what they do. So Karma walks up. They just win, bot into the brush. They are very, very strong. Nautilus can't really do much. He has to just Q the wave. Yeah, this is a normal Q on the wave. He needs to push. He needs to get the push. But he can't really do anything. This is just so difficult. So what do you do against double poke? Try to play for the push without not getting too much poke. He did get a bit of poke, but we can see he tried to get the push at his best. And right now, it's so difficult for him to play. It is just very, very difficult for him to play. This Karma is so good that she's actually holding her mantra Q. She doesn't use it, so she always has pressure here. And then now, like first mistake, I mean, it's not even a mistake. He has to walk up for that minion. And then now it's just Q. Crazy Ezreal. And right now it's just GG. Interesting that the Kai'Sa, the Nautilus didn't actually hook. I think he was just scared. So like here you just hook on the Ezreal. You can even go on the Karma, but just, yeah, like look at the, did you guys see that movement from Kai'Sa? She actually clicked on the Karma because she thought that this guy is just going, and he's actually pinging, missing. Yeah, I think this guy is maybe field or something. They're both challengers. They're really good players. Now he's gonna recall, but he can't recall here. He needs to get this wave. If he loses this wave, it's just over, right? It's just straight up over. He's very tilted, you can see this. He needs to stay for this wave. He really needs to stay. And then now he can just reset after. Like, he's not actually that... Okay, he's 10 farm against 17 farm. Is he gonna recall right now? I don't think he should. I think he is diveable, because he doesn't have barrier, 1. 2, he doesn't know where is Vi. He does have Morgana here, but they lose super hard to 3v3 in this case with HP lead. So if he knew that Vi is top, I don't think he recalls here. He's gonna grid a little bit more, maybe until the next one, which is Cannon. But in this case, since he doesn't have information, yeah, he doesn't have information on the Vi, he's just gonna recall. So there is that. Usually, you know, if this is below master and my jungle is around me, I'll assume that the enemy jungle doesn't actually have an adaptive pathing that will actually allow them to dive. So I'll grid a bit. He gets refill with Ocean, obviously, and then dagger, so she can farm into the tower. Now she's gonna slow push. Karma is mid. He's not gonna do anything crazy. I think he's gonna push on the next one. Yeah, pushing on the next one. And from here, he either goes for a word or just goes, ooh, Karma is here. But he saw her, no? Yeah, he saw her. Okay, he just wanted to play for the wave. Backs off. Mantra R. Heal very early, so the Karma can make sure she gets the W. Cleanse instantly. Now they go from the left angle. Fog of War. Let's see the hook. This is the hook. W. Very, very nice, but super difficult to play Kai'Sa. Super difficult. And then the Ezreal just flash Qs. GG. Just crazy. Just crazy. It's super difficult to play, and then now the wave is actually slow pushing into her at least. Yeah, the wave is slow pushing into her. He's gonna try to take this minion. So yeah, I mean, what is the bottom line? Bottom line is, you might have this kind of lanes where it's like super difficult to play. Need to not get poked. That's it, right? You need to just play good with the positioning and try to wait for a gank or try to wait for your support to do something. It is some suffering, but what we're gonna see in this game, and it's actually super interesting, is the following thing. Is like, yes, Nautilus is still missing the hooks and stuff like that. Maybe it's tilting. I see they both ping each other, but now he's trying to farm. It's 39 farm for 47. Same thing here. He could stay, but at the moment it's diveable. There is no information where is Vi. She's actually in base, but he couldn't know it, especially because she's level 6. He doesn't grid, he just recalls here. Again, usually in low elo I would stay because then Vi is not here, but in high elo you have to respect this. They'll punish you, and if you die, it's just over. And what I want to see here is that, look, we get one hook. We get one really good hook here. Look at this. Good. He walks up, auto, ease, auto, and then Ws. This is just crazy good, okay? Just crazy good. And then now, he doesn't need to recall. He only has 700 gold. He goes on the river, takes a plant, takes the scuttle, and then tries to cheese the Ezreal because he knows that he's gonna stay. He just recalled, so he just came. And what can we see on the screen, guys? He suffered, but now he's actually coming back into the game. What do I mean by that? I mean, you guys can see on the screen, right? He suffered so much, and he suffered well. This is what I like to say. He's even in CS. He's actually super close to Ezreal after he saves the whole lane. So what do you do against Poke? Well, just try to play your best, really. Like, that's the reality. You just try to lose, but not that hard, you know? Try to not get junked, not take risks, don't die, and hold your lane. Make sure you're not so behind in CS. That's how really you play, and then wait for a gank. That's the reality, guys. That's the reality. So that's how you play it, okay? And of course, we see here challenger player. He's gonna chase until Africa because, yeah, challenger players are just very good. So guys, hope you enjoyed this laning phase video. Let me know if you like this kind of content. Let me know if you enjoy it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much for watching this. See you next time. Bye bye.